Yo guys, welcome back to another FIFA 21 video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than what we've done, so far this year, and we're going to be actually be doing some Ultimate Scream predictions, and, well, the rumor is the promo is going to be coming out. We've had today UCL cards come out, so that's been pretty cool, but really I don't care about the UCL cards, so Scream is what I'm going to be looking forward to. So we're going to go through 11 predictions that I have that I want to see, as well as, we'll talk a little bit about how these cards will affect the market afterwards, because we are, a market channel. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys drop a like. Let's get right into it. First on the screen is AREOLA. The goalkeeper spot really is a tough one to call because goalkeepers really don't lack much in position, not like in a certain stat. With Scream, what I tried to do is I tried to boost players who had a really low stat in something, so that way you could make them really, really good. Now the thing with goalkeepers is, they're pretty basically average, so I just picked a goalkeeper who I didn't think is going to get many upgrades this year. Areola's got good links, and I really do like the card. So next up on the list is going to be De Jong, and De Jong is a card that, his shooting is really not the greatest. His shooting really isn't that great, so I wanted to go with a card that, very good, another nice, Dutch player that I thought would be pretty fun to use in a game. Again, like I said, this year for the predictions, I'm going off of the fact that EA are going to do what they did last year, where Scream will not have players that have, changing stats. If you're newer to the game in FIFA 19 and 18, basically Scream cards would get 99 pace or like 299 stats depending on like the moon phase or whatever. However, it was way too much for EA to keep up with throughout the year, I guess, and they rarely got upgraded. So last year they switched to just, one-time boosted stats on a player. Now, next up we have Memphis Depay, and I'm a big fan of Depay's card already, and I think with a little defensive boost that I gave him, I feel like this card would be such a fun center mid to use. If not, you can even use him more as like a cam with the already great stats that he has. I feel like this card would be super fun to have and, really, really usable. Next up, we have Fabinho, and I wanted to give Fabinho a big shooting boost. Yes, he's a really solid CDM, but I feel like, his shooting stats would be, it would be fun to have a Fabinho card that could shoot, especially after the many long-range shots this guy has made for Liverpool over the last few years. Like the one against Man City he had last year. I feel like a Fabinho card that had like really nice long shots would be a super fun card to use, especially in a game like this. Next up we have LALA, and I wanted to give. Next up we have LALA here, and the reason why I wanted to give this guy a card was I was looking for lower rated players to include in this prediction. This card used to be really good. However, he just kind of lacks really good stats this year, and I felt like this would be a fun card to add in. We get someone from that French league that would be a really good addition, especially as a defender. I feel like it would be a lot more fun to have a card like that in the game. Next up we have Marcelo, and Marcelo is a card I really wanted to do because Marcelo got a huge downgrade. His defending is awful, and I used him in the first weekend league, and I really just don't like the card. Yeah, he's got 5-star skills, but I feel like a little upgrade on him right now, like a Scream card, this card would be scary with really good defensive and pace stats. And I think if, Marcelo was to get into Ultimate Scream, I mean, this card would be usable for months on end. So, really fun card I would like to see. Next up, we have Jesus Navas, obviously going from right mid to right back. Now, imagine a right back with some crazy passing stats. We saw it last year where we had some players get some pretty insane boosts on like passing. I feel like it would be just a funny card to put into the game. Super high passing stats, which would be fun. Even though he's at right back, I feel like it would be a solid card nonetheless, as he does have, fairly decent stats already. But, why not? Next up, we have Christian Pulisic, and the reason why I put Pulisic in was this guy's shooting is terrible on his gold card. I wanted to give him a shooting boost, especially. I feel like the card has so much potential, and even in real life, he's a really solid player. He's got a lot of potential, but his shooting sucks on his card, and so does his passing. So I feel like a nice little boost on a Pulisic card would be fun to use. It would be a really, really, fun card, especially with the Premier League links as well. It'd be, you know, pretty cool to do. And next up, my favorite card out of them all, and that's James. James's card is literally insane, except for the fact that he must have only one leg or something, because they gave him 50 pace this year. So I think I think a James card with some pace would be insane. This would obviously be probably the best card in the promo, in my opinion. You know, a really fast James Rodriguez with, you know, with the skill moves and, you know, just the rest of the stats this card has. I think it would be really fun. Next up, we obviously have to boost a card who is super slow. VESTERGAARD, his regular card has 33 pace this year. I feel like a VESTERGAARD with 80 pace would be a fun card to use. Not to mention just another, you know, card that, you know, is decent. You know, a decent card we could have, you know, for Premier League. We do need we can't all have 90 rated players in these promos. So I thought, you know, add a card that, you know, isn't super great, but, you know, has decent enough stats to make people's teams. And finally, I wanted to choose ZAKARIA. The gold card is really fun to use, and I feel like if you just boost up some of those stats on this card right here, you know, give him some more shooting and whatnot, I feel like you have a very scary card in that guy as well. That one would be really fun to use, and he would obviously be very, very expensive as well. With the Switzerland links as well, which would be pretty fun, linking with like Mbabu and, I don't know, Shaqiri, Xhaka, whatever you want to link them with. But yeah, that'll pretty much wrap up my predictions. I only did 11 because I want to hear what you guys think could get in. Scream is a toss-up. It's completely random. It's pretty much impossible to predict who's actually going to get in. But I think it'd be fun to see, you know, some of these cards that have low stats in certain areas get some big boost. It'd be really fun to use, you know, James Rodriguez with some pace on the card and whatever that may be. You know, Fabinho being able to shoot from more than 2 yards out, I think would be a fun card as well. We'll see what EA does. As far as market goes, I'm gonna make a whole video on it tomorrow, especially an investment guide I want to do as well. But overall, I think Scream is going to be really good for the market. Boosted cards are really fun. Boosted cards make people want to change their teams, and boosted cards add more demand to the market. I think if Scream does come out later this week, we're going to see the market start to go up as soon as it drops. Should be a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like. Let me know in the comments, who do you guys want to see in Ultimate Scream? Seriously, literally any player can get in for all we know. So just let me know who you would like to see, and make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. Until next time, guys, peace.